You want?
So mean.
Allegedly.
Oh, jeez. I'm just kidding. Yeah, I heard some sound there right before.
Get over Hughes.
How come there was that sound that came in?
I don't
There's
know.
like I heard some yelling going on. I don't know.
Good
Maybe it was.
morning, everybody.
Yeah, what's going on? Yeah, it took a minute to get everything set up there, but we're gonna be doing the Murdaugh. I call it the Murdaugh madness case, or the maniacs, whatever the hell you want to call it. There's a lot of. And it's just really crazy. I've been on my channel. I've been covering it since like when there was a couple murders of two of the family members, and then it's just kind of since then they've gone back in time to other deaths and then more recent events, and it's just really crazy. But we're gonna go through the timeline today, maybe talk about some things, and then we'll start going back in time and covering each of the individual incidents in detail so that everybody has a good idea of what actually is going on. This is one of those cases that really seems like there could be cover up and conspiracy type of stuff. I mean, it's not.
There's something crazy happening here.
Yeah. So.
This is a mess.
So I guess we're gonna. What do you want to do?
We can share my screen and start going over the timeline. Gray is definitely the expert on this. He's been covering it for a long time. I know it's now popping up on other channels, but Gray has been covering this for several months. So I made this timeline trying to get familiarized with the case because I didn't really know a lot about it except for, there was this crazy family and that's it. So I'll share my little timeline here. See how that goes.
Oh wow, that was such good timing the way I hit that. You couldn't see it switch over. Yeah, so there you go.
Look at that. So the players in this, we've got Buster here, Maggie, the mom, Paul, son, and how do you say his name? Is it Alec? Because I'm saying Alex.
Yeah, they want you to. Well, it's not even just Alec. According to Mandy I think it's Madsen. She said you have to say Alec.
Yeah, I'm not.
Yeah,
so Alex.
I might say Alec, but Alec. I'm not going that far into it. Okay.
No, I'm not going to do that. So there is a timeline of death and corruption surrounding this family. And Gray can probably tell you more about who the family are, but they are a very, very wealthy family in South Carolina. And things have just gone crazy.
Do you think I should go do that little chart?
You should.
Again? All right.
Yeah.
Let me go get that because I have it right here. Just a second. And I'll have to go over to this one now. Oh, then you have to switch over for your face to be on there if you want. But
no, that's fine.
All right, so up here this is the Murdaugh dynasty up here. You have Randolph Murdaugh Sr., and then Randolph Jr., then it was Randolph the Third. I kind of have them in a weird order. Then there's a Randolph the Fourth right here. These three guys up here. Randolph Sr. was the prosecutor in the Low Country from 1920, and then all the way through 2007, they've been the prosecutor in this multiple county region, and have their fingers and tentacles in every single aspect of probably in the entire state. I mean, they really have. They can get favors whenever they want. These people, every time, I guaranteed if there was a speeding ticket or something like that, they got out of it. Anything like that, they completely were covered all the time. And then Alec Murdaugh, he goes by Ellick, okay, but we're never going to say that either. All right. He also was a part-time prosecutor, but then also was in a law firm that I think was started way back in the day with these same dynasty people at the top here. And so that's kind of like the basic background history of them.
Just trying to get everything
together. Sorry. I was just sharing this on my YouTube, but I didn't hit the sound because I'm really good at YouTubing. So there's that. I'm really good at it, Gray. I always put it on live chat. I always remember to do what I'm supposed to do.
Live chat.
All the things.
Let me do that.
Definitely, I do all the things. So
thanks, Brandy.
We're going to start with this first. Here's the timeline here. Thank you, Brandy. Stephen Smith. This is a death in 2016. And then in 2018, you got Gloria Satterfield, another death. 2019, you have Mallory Beach, another death. 2021, you have Maggie and Paul Murdaugh, death. And then 2021, Alec was forced to resign from his family law firm. He also was allegedly shot in or grazed in his head.
Yeah.
And I guess there were like 8 shots or something. And you guys can all see what great shape he's in and how he was able to, move and dodge the bullets, and they didn't get him. But he was airlifted to, the hospital. And now he's gone into rehab because he said the death of Paul and Maggie made his addiction worse. And, he's made a lot of mistakes, such as allegedly embezzling millions of dollars or doing something crazy.
What was weird about it is how he said that, right when he wakes up, he doesn't talk about whoever shot me might have shot my wife. And he's talking about how he's resigning and that he's going into rehab. But also on that previous one, we got to switch it to 2015.
2015.
On Stephen Smith. It's July 8th, 2015.
I will do that.
All right. And then, let's see. But the Stephen Smith one is pretty weird. Hey, thanks, Clary.
So, Stephen Smith was found dead in the middle of Sandy Run Road. So, people die all the time. There's hit and runs, there's murders, there's things. Well, they're undecided between whether this was a hit and run or a gunshot homicide.
Yeah, and then
they probably explain more.
And they get into arguments too. The right when I don't remember the names of the people, but one of the officers in charge shows up there, and he's told immediately that, oh yeah, there was a gunshot wound to the head, absolutely 100% positive. And then later, it was switched to that they were hit in the head by a hit and run vehicle, and that it was from a mirror, perhaps. But he had twice. We'll get into way more detail because he has a narrative that he wrote up. He had people go out there and they never found any pieces of anything. No mirror, nothing. All there was.
How could it be?
Yeah.
A hit and run, and there's nothing?
Yeah, it's crazy. He's just laying in the middle of the road with his hole in his head, and there's nothing to even indicate that there was another car there. It's just bizarre. So it makes you wonder in that case again, because during the investigation, the Murdaugh children's names came up multiple times, 8 different times, as a possible association. That was even back in 2015.
Very interesting.
Yeah.
See? So we should explain, too, what our process is going to be here. We're going to go over the timeline and give you guys some information on it. And then we're going to get a schedule together that hopefully I can stick to, because I am the weak link in this team here with everything going on.
No, you're not.
So we're going to get the schedule, and then we're going to go over each one of these as their own video. Of course, it'll all be to do with the Murdaughs, but Stephen Smith will probably be where we start.
Yeah, people are asking where this took place. it's in South Carolina. I mean, I don't know. We're gonna go into the Stephen Smith's murder all by itself, but it's in the near Brunson, the town of Brunson. I have it exactly on a road, but we're not getting into that level of detail right at this second.
But we will be.
Yeah.
Brandy Bradford's asking us to post the membership link for the iPhone. Sure, if we knew what it was, we would definitely do that.
It's the channel. It's the channel URL with /join at the end.
Okay. Oh, /join at the end. Look how easy that was. Look at that. So Gloria, she was a family housekeeper, and she died from a trip and fall accident at their Southampton, South Carolina home. Alec Murdaugh settled with the family for $500,000 for a trip and fall. And, in your rational mind, if there wasn't all this other craziness, you'd think, okay, well, she was working and it was like a workers' comp and she died. So, of course, they would pay, but that isn't quite.
I'm so mean. Oh, oops, sorry.
No, that's okay.
Yeah, I was trying to get the join link for them while you were just explaining that. There you go. I just put it in there. Except I forgot that we had an intro video for the join. I put /join and it went right to our intro video. So, hey, it works.
It worked. There you go.
Yeah, well, they settled the lawsuit, but the thing is he actually picked his own. So he didn't really spend any money. It was like a insurance, like his insurance covered it. But his own law firm that he worked at is the one that he used. He suggested using it, and of course their cut was $170,000. So you wonder how much he got. So even though his insurance paid for it, maybe he got some money out of the deal. That's
right. If it's his own law firm, come on.
It's one he used. I don't know if he was still there, but his buddy. It was one that he has connections with, so it's kind of odd that he would get that one involved. He was the one that helped her family use that law firm.
We got to pause for 1 sec. So a few people are saying it looks blurry for them. It's not just one person; it's a few. Maybe go out and come back in,
or just hit the cogwheel and pick a higher resolution. You might have automatically been set to. Like 320 or 140 or whatever the hell the number is.
So where is the cogwheel for them to hit? Up on the top, right?
It's right below the video. Wheel? There's a little cogwheel where you can choose the resolution.
Yep. Yeah. So do that, change it, and then you guys will be good.
And the thing is, if there's anybody that says it looks good, that means it's per.
Yeah, there's some
case.
who they can see it fine, so that's good.
Yeah.
Okay. Then we have in 2019, Paul, the younger son, crashes a boat while he was intoxicated into the Archers Creek Bridge piling near Paris Island. 3 passengers were thrown from the boat, and it killed Mallory Beach. Was Mallory dating Paul's cousin? Is that correct, Gray?
I don't know if what the relationship was with that guy, but I think his name was Connor. Heck, now I got to get that. Right. I wasn't ready for that level. Hold on a second.
Well, whoever it was, he was thrown from the boat as well.
Connor Cook.
Connor, yep.
Yeah.
Connor was thrown from the boat, and he was yelling and screaming, and it was a cousin of PM's friend. Okay, great. Thank you so much. And this was just tragic. I mean, this was completely avoidable here.
Yeah, I mean, Paul Murdaugh, the sort of, he has a nickname named Timmy, because I think it's probably based on South Park, I would imagine. But whenever he drank, he just turned into this crazy. I think it really just augmented who he really was, though. I mean, he just thinks he can get away with everything. They had gone to a oyster roast and then went to another bar. They're all on a boat, so they're just getting really drunk over at I think it was Christy and James Woods' house, not the James Woods, Okay, but they were he was a principal at a school even, and they were over there just getting plowed, and then they take the boat, go all the way over to Luther's Rare Well and Done. They get out. We have surveillance. We'll show you that on another episode where you see them walking around, and he's just really drunk and belligerent. And then they get back into the boat after Paul and I think I don't remember exactly the other person he went in there with at this point, but that's for the detailed show. But they go back in and they get a drink at the Luther's Rare and Well Done. They go back in and get a drink. Then they come back out. The others are just kind of milling around on the boardwalk. They get back in the boat, and then Connor Cook even was trying to say, "Hey, I want to drive. You're too drunk." And he's just, he's just like hitting people,
like stripping down his clothes.
Yeah, he's just a wacko. Yeah, like he
sounds like a really sweet guy, Paul Murdaugh.
Yeah, and they get in the boat, and then he keeps driving, and then he starts driving in the fog, and he's not even paying attention. Everybody's really nervous, and he boom right into a bridge. And Mallory Beach got ejected, and they didn't find her for a week, actually, after that. So, and then, how the Murdaugh family lawyers all just, boom, descended on the scene, show up at the hospital, make sure that Timmy doesn't give his blood alcohol test. And,
of course.
Yeah, so it's a freaking nightmare. So
yeah. So, in April... it wasn't April. Was it April of 2019, Gray, or April of 2021? I think I have that screwed up there.
Which one? What are we doing here?
April of 2019, Paul was charged in the death of Mallory Beach, pleads not guilty, and a wrongful death lawsuit was filed against the family. I think I put the wrong date on there.
No, I think April 18, 2019, it says Paul Murdaugh is indicted on charges of boating under the influence. And then May, he pleads not guilty. And then in June, the court ordered mediation in the wrongful death lawsuit fails. That failed, which appears to make the case bound for a trial. So there you go.
Well, then, this year, Paul and Maggie, mother and son, were shot to death on the family's property. The bodies were discovered by the dad. Which, that one, but prior to getting to this point in the story, I was thinking, okay, well, they have a string of tragic events happening, but this blew me away.
You want to listen to the?
I was like, okay.
Yeah. You want to listen to the 911 call on this one? I mean, just we can play it again during the full thing, but at least we can listen to it. All right.
Conner County Communications.
Carlton, I have an Alex Murdaugh on the line, caller from 4147 Moselle Road. He's advising that his wife and child was shot.
Okay, and sir, give me the address again.
Let me turn it down.
It's 4147 Moselle Road. I've been up to it now. It's bad.
Okay. Okay, and are they breathing?
No, ma'am.
Okay, and you said it's your wife and your son?
So loud.
My wife and my son.
Are they in a vehicle?
No, ma'am. They're on the ground out at my kennel.
Okay, and did you see anyone? Okay, is he breathing at all?
No, nobody.
Is she? Okay, do you see anything? Do you see anyone in the area?
No, ma'am. No, ma'am.
What color is your house on the outside? What color is your house on the outside?
It's white. You can't see it from the road.
Okay, is it a house or a mobile home?
It's a house.
Okay, and what is your name?
Yeah, that always,
My name
is
like Alex Murdaugh.
I always like that part right there where he's like, "It's a house, you idiot," like that's what it's
like. How dare you say it's a trailer or a
mobile
home?
Yeah, exactly right. Yeah.
Okay, is it a house or a mobile home?
It's a house.
Are you kidding me? I don't live. Oh wait, let me get
Do
back.
you not know who I am, ma'am?
Yeah, that's just crazy.
Okay, and what is your name?
My name is Alex Murdaugh.
Okay, and did you hear anything, or did you come home and find them?
No, man, I've been gone. I just came back.
You know, that almost calls into question his mindset to even be thinking about. Like, how dare you? That's what it sounds like, right?
I mean, that is how it came off. Sure, yeah.
Makes you wonder. It's hard to tell what's going on here because he's a prosecutor, this guy, so he knows what needs to be, how you need to sound and things like that. And
What needs to be said.
And we don't even know what his face looks like or what's going on here. You know,
Right.
I can't tell you 100% this is fake or anything like that because I don't know. You know.
Right.
But it's something to consider as a possibility, I guess.
Yeah.
Okay, and was anyone else supposed to be at your house?
No, ma'am. Please hurry.
We're getting somebody out there to you.
Oh. Oh, man. Oh.
I mean, sometimes I think he sounds pretty genuine, but it's hard to tell. You know.
Okay, what is her name?
Maggie and Paul.
Maggie is her name?
Yeah.
I mean, he could have something to do with it and be genuinely feeling upset because he's actually one of their main people of interest.
When he just said her name, it was hard to say. You could tell it was hard for him to say it.
Yeah. So maybe he has something to do with it, yet he feels like, let's just say it was all, you know, second degree type of thing where it's heat of passion, something happened, you know. Then he would still feel the way he's feeling, maybe, right? But
Perhaps, yeah.
because he's, like I said, he is one of the main people of interest in this case right here. So why would he be? You know, that's the thing.
Ma'am.
Okay.
And please hurry.
We're getting somebody out there to you. Me asking you these questions, don't slow them down, okay? And you sure they're not breathing? Is he moving at all, your son? I know you said that she was shot, but what about your son?
Nobody's. They're not. Neither one of them's moving.
What is your telephone number? And does anything look out of place?
Ma'am, I not particularly, really, no, ma'am.
Okay. Okay.
All right, I'm going back down there.
I'm not sure what's going on here, but it's still the call.
Are they close, ma'am?
Yeah, they've been en route with you ever since you've got on the phone with me. I have multiple people coming out there to you. Okay, can you do me a favor, Mr. Murdaugh, and turn on the flashers on your car so that way they can see where the kennels are?
21. Central Zone now, Station 1A. You will need Station
flashers on for me, Mr. Murdaugh?
Yes.
Okay. I don't want you to touch them at all, okay? I don't know if you've already touched them, but I don't want you to touch them just in case they can get any kind of evidence, okay?
I'd already touched them trying to get to see if they were breathing.
Okay. Well, I just don't want you to move anything just in case they can get any kind of evidence, okay?
Oh.
Yeah. I mean, not even he, or that question that was just asked a minute ago about CPR. They didn't ask him to do CPR, nor did he say, even right then, I just checked to see if they were breathing. He didn't do any CPR or anything like that. I'm not sure what that means, or, you know.
I mean, sometimes they'll ask, do you know CPR? Can you, whatever. But
it's also not him that's not asking him to do that. But he didn't say he tried it either. So.
Yeah.
I'm going to call, I need to call some of my family.
Okay. Well, do me a favor for me. Whenever you see the officer or the medics, because they're all coming to you.
Absolutely.
Okay. But we have them come in, turn on the flashes on your vehicle so they can see you, okay? You got the flashes on for me?
I do.
Okay. All right. Just whenever you see them.
Okay.
How old is your son?
22.
Okay. All right. We're getting them out there to you, okay?
And I will answer if you call.
All right.
Yeah. So this happened on June 7th, 2021.
Conn County Communications.
Sorry.
I have an Alex.
All right, there we go. All right.
So that was I haven't listened to 100 911 calls in my life. So they're found near the dog kennels. He finds them. He was just coming home.
Well,
so
originally,
I'd really love an overview of that property and exactly where the kennels are.
Well, it's interesting that they, originally he said he was out there hunting, and he was on the property. Then later it turned out where he drove and was taking his grandfather, I think, back to his house, or I can't remember, a home or something like that. We're not into the detailed portion right now, but it changed to that, and he said that they have an airtight alibi. Like he said that, his people said that. And the thing is, you got to keep in mind that he is a person of interest, and so did he hire a hitman, something like that? Because one of the guns used apparently was one of their guns, and then the other gun is an unknown gun. Yeah.
Well, that makes it interesting, huh?
Yeah, and I don't think and here's the thing. I wonder if here's what I'd really want to know. What is the caliber, is the caliber of the gun that was used in the attempt to shoot him the same as the bullet shells that were found on the property from the unknown gun? How do you think about that?
That would be an interesting thing to know. Sure.
Yeah, but we're not. I guess we haven't hit.
We're not there yet, but we're gonna be there soon.
Yeah.
So one of his alibis is that he was with his dad.
Yeah.
Randolph, father of Alec, and he passed away at his home after extended health issues. And he said that he was with him at the time of Paul and Margaret's shooting. So if he's innocent, this could be very true. But if he's guilty, what better alibi than a person who's no longer with us?
Mm-hmm. And he died just a few days after. And there's some people out there.
They ever got to talk to him?
I don't know, but he's probably smart enough to. Hey, I'm not going to say anything about the. But there's people out there that have tried to make it seem like he's the killer because he knew he was dying, and he was going to take out Timmy, who's ruining the family legacy with all of the problems. I mean, it was sort of an interesting theory, but I don't believe that one at all.
It's quite a theory.
Yeah.
It's quite a theory, isn't it?
Yeah.
We don't know, person of interest, if the older brother was in a relationship with Steven. Our next show is going to be on Steven specifically.
Yeah.
And we're going to dig into that part of it. So here we go. On September 4th, Alec was found shot in the head on the 15, is it 100 block or 1,000 block? I'm not 100% sure.
Probably
Of
1,000.
Salakahatchee Road. His lawyer, Jim Griffin, was the first to confirm the news and said that he was on his way to Charleston when he ran into car problems. Murdaugh was airlifted to the hospital in Savannah. A family spokesperson later told NBC2 that Murdaugh is expected to survive the shooting. The Murdaugh family has suffered through more than any one family could ever imagine. We expect Alec to recover and ask for your privacy while he recovers, for their privacy. In a statement on September 6th that did not address the shooting, Murdaugh said, "The murders of my wife and son have caused an incredibly difficult time in my life. I have made a lot of decisions that I truly regret. I am resigning from my law firm and entering rehab after a long battle that has been exacerbated by these murders. I am immensely sorry to everyone I've hurt, including my family, friends, and colleagues. I ask for prayers as I rehabilitate myself and my relationships."
But isn't that a weird?
So,
But isn't that a weird thing to be saying? Like, you got this bullet wound that their lawyer says went into his skull and out. He's got brain problems, all stuff. But the officials said no, it was a grazing
it was
wound.
grace.
It was not. So I believe them. I do. I believe the officials. His lawyers, obviously, they're going to say whatever. Look, I think it's just absolutely bizarre to put out a letter like this while you're laying in the hospital with a grazing wound after your wife and son were murdered. And now it looks like somebody's after you, too. Somebody's trying to take out the whole Murdaugh family. And your first statement is, well, I'm sorry for all the embezzlement and the things that I've done. And I'm going to go ahead and check myself into rehab. And if you could all just play a violin for me, I think that'd be fantastic.
Well, I mean, he was very rich anyway. So he was already rich. So he's taking this money to become richer. And he's had a long battle with some type of narcotic. I don't really know
Opiates,
which
they said.
was it opiates?
Yeah.
Which, there are poor people who can afford that. So he wasn't embezzling in order to pay that.
Yeah, you don't need $10 million.
So what in the world was he doing?
They're saying it might be 8 digits that he embezzled. But here's another thing,
8
too.
digits.
How did the law firm not notice that? Like, I'm the other guy over here. Why wouldn't I be like, hey, where's my check that I wanted? I mean, we made all this money here. I should have had another mill coming my way.
Exactly. What in the world was going on there? See, I think if he's guilty, he set this shooting up, where he avoids being killed after 8 shots. And then he's not around to control the narrative at that law firm and do whatever he's been doing. So with him not there, quickly people are going to realize what has been going on. So he's got to put this statement out and cut it off at the pass before they come against him publicly. So he comes out publicly first.
Well, apparently they had already he resigned the day before he got shot.
The day before he got shot.
Yeah, so it wasn't really, he just
that's
made that
even
statement.
more suspicious.
Yeah, it's crazy, right? Like, it was the day before he got shot, he resigned. And then he says how he resigned. I think they asked him to step down. At least whatever it was the Friday before then he got shot that they said, hey, we want you out of here. So maybe they give him a chance to resign. I don't know why you'd ever let somebody resign after embezzling 8 digits.
No. And he was partial owner of the law firm, right? Or he was one of the partners at the law firm?
Yeah, he was part of the law firm. It's got like 7 letters in it. I can't remember. I don't have it.
Yeah, it was like, 6 people or some craziness.
It's not one of those long names that roll off the tongue. It's just
no. I read it and was like, what? So Alec had his license to practice law in the state suspended after resigning. So the Wednesday after resigning from his family law firm, In the wake of the murder of his wife and son, his own shooting over the weekend, and amid recent allegations that he misappropriated funds. But there's stuff coming out every day now. This entire situation screams entitlement. Screams enough is enough. You know, you've got enough. You're the richest family around. Everybody is connected to something in this entire family. There are cover-ups. There's a scandal. There are murders. There are people who are driving boats shit-faced and aren't allowed to get blood tests. You know, this whole thing seems...
Yeah. There's the law firm PM. Now, there's three different people typed in something. If you don't know it, don't type it in, okay? PUMPD, PMPED, and PIMP. Okay.
PIMP.
Charleston Amy, I'll trust what she said. PMPED. Okay, there you go.
Yeah, I think it's pimped. You know, I think that's the name of it.
Yeah.
Pimped.
Yeah, there you go.
He looks like, you know, he's definitely pimping with that suit jacket right there.
But maybe that's a good way to remember it. Pimped without the I. Without the I.
Without the I, yeah. Pimped without the Alec, I think.
Yeah, I think I like that one. We'll have to go with that.
Yeah, see, there you go. They were helping you. They were trying to help you, Gray. All right?
Yeah.
So I think they lived above the law because they were rich. Yeah, I mean, what was that case where the guy suffered from some weird syndrome where he's so rich that... Affluenza, whatever the heck.
It's a real thing, everybody. Listen,
you're above the law.
Look, and I don't want anybody on here to judge too harshly here. These people were so disadvantaged with their privileged that they have what's known as affluenza, and I really think that we need to forget it. It's not working. I can't even.
Do they need help, Gray? Do they?
Yeah, we need to. Just look at them a little differently. They deserve to have all the benefits that they get and the benefits of the doubt. You know, I got to tell you, this is one of these cases where there's a murder of Paul, right? I absolutely have zero compassion at all. It's weird. I don't feel like, God, poor Paul, you know. I do feel bad for
I
the
don't
mom.
know them well enough yet. I feel bad because, you know, they were down there with their dogs and the dogs had to see that, and Maggie maybe was a really nice lady. I don't know.
Yeah, but
I don't know enough about them yet, but I can't wait to find out.
Just Timmy, you know, he's just one of those kids that he probably got away with every single thing that he ever did, probably every speeding ticket, every time he broke into, you know, whatever he did, he got off because his dad's connections, probably with the, you know, whole family name, connections with the police, everybody. It's just, oh yeah, that's cool.
Well, Timmy, you know, as I was reading about Timmy's behavior on the boat, you know, he walks over, he smacks his girlfriend, he spits on her. Yeah, I mean, I just want to smack the shit out of him. So I don't know what in the world's going on with Timmy. But as we begin to dig,
Timmy's somebody you just
more
want
about
punch.
these people.
Like, I think everybody just wants to beat up Timmy. That's why I don't really have any compassion at all. And I'm sure there's people out there that think the same way about me, but the thing is,
like, that's fucking great.
Yeah, especially during the Kanika and hell, the Delphi case, man. If you don't say exactly what everybody's thinking, man, they get all pissed off and angry.
Yeah.
So that's the thing is, over the time that I've been covering it myself, I just don't have any feeling, but you guys can come up with whatever you feel.
Yeah, we'll see. You know me. I'm going to be like, oh, but we'll see.
Yeah.
We'll see if I get there.
I don't know. If you can find even one thing where you go, you know, there was some redeeming qualities, let me know, okay?
I'm going to find them. If they exist, I'll find them.
Right.
You know, maybe Maggie was like rescuing dogs and that's why they had dog kennels. She might be my new best friend. I don't really know. But this whole case, I mean, seriously, it's insanity. Oh, look at me. Look, I stopped sharing. Look at what happened.
Oh yeah, let me go to the other screen. You gotta give me a warning.
I know.
That one. Or is this one good? Yeah, that one's good.
Didn't Buster get called out for a fake ID to his little brother. I think so. He used that ID to get into the bar that night to get drunk. And, I mean, they both got that red hair. So maybe he could have passed. Who knows? But
they even have footage
there's a
while he's in
lot
the bar.
here.
They have surveillance even in the bar when they were in there having drinks.
Yeah, I'm watching them walk out. And they're like swaying.
Didn't even tip at all either. Like, there's the receipts. I mean, see, that just shows you. I mean, just clowns. So just as an overview here, this is the property where the shooting took place.
Oh, can we look at like the street view of that?
And that's
no. I want to know where the kennels are.
Well, the thing is, the kennel isn't on here. I have what I'll do for the next one is I don't know if that's. I think there's another building that's there now. That's right here. Oh. So I'll have to put it in. But I guess they were found over in that area. And then there's this big mansion over here.
Gosh, look at all this land.
Yeah. So this is apparently they'd go hunting out here or whatever. And
wasn't it like, I don't even know how many acres this was. I mean, some insane amount of acreage that these people have.
Yeah, it's huge. So that's where that property is. And then there's Alec was shot right here where he claims his car he pulled over. There was shells on the ground. It's right exactly where this pin is where it was. It took a while to figure it out exactly because they said it was in the 15,000 block, which is from here this way. So they had it wrong. It's over in this area. So it's probably more in the 14,000 block. So 15,000's here and 16,000's over there, if I remember correctly.
1,700 acres at their hunting lodge. Lord God.
Pretty big.
We're thinking, the Wells family with 11 acres. We're like, wow, that's 1,700 acres.
That's massive. Yeah,
I don't even know. So they hunt on their property?
That's what they say. But see, I picture them wearing the knee-high boots with a little dog and hunting for fox. I'm just kidding.
Fox so much.
No, I'm just saying. I doubt
let that be true.
No, I'm just kidding. But another thing too about when you think about Alex, or Alex being shot here, Alec, whatever. Hey, listen, people call me Gary and Greg. I respond to all of them. Get over it, Alex. We're gonna call you whatever, okay? So he's shot right there. But do any of you think that he's the type of person that would get out of his car and start changing a tire?
I'm gonna go with no.
Right? Doesn't it sound like he'd be somebody that would? And plus, he had tire. Well, I guess we get in that later. But
I wonder if he has a driver. Does he have a driver?
I don't think so. But
maybe not.
He seems like somebody that would call 911 or not 9. He would call AAA and say,
of course.
"Hey." Hell, he might even call 911, but he called AAA and say, "Hey, can you come help with my tire?" Even if that lady, they're helping a 90-year-old lady with her tire, he'd expect them to drop that one and come right out there and fix his tires.
There's no way that I believe this man got out there with a jack and got dirty. No, I don't believe it. I don't believe that.
Not with the connections that he has. Now, some people say, well, he's a hunter, so, well, okay, jeez.
Yeah, hunters shooting things from far away.
He's probably one of those hunters where they have a cage and they open it up and he blows it away and then he goes, look.
Imagine. I
don't think, I'm just kidding.
Hunting is so not my deal. Scott wants to hunt and I'm just like, oh my goodness, I'll have a heart attack. You can't bring anything back here.
So just geographically, it's pretty close. I mean, so from here... That's only 5 miles where Alec was shot. And then the other case with Stephen Smith, his car was over here and he basically was walking. And he was found on the ground right in this area heading to his house, which is right there. So, boom. He was trying to get back. His car was here. I guess it was out of gas. Gas cap was off. It's kind of interesting. Why would that be? Who does that? Like, I'm out of gas. Let me open up. Oh, weird.
Yeah, I mean, did you look in there?
Or did somebody in there? Or did somebody? No, I hadn't even thought of this.
To make it look that way.
I haven't even thought of this till just now. But maybe somebody wanted to make it look, that way and siphon the gas out, to empty it to make it look like he needed to walk home and then put him.
Nobody runs out of gas and goes out to their back of their car,
looks in it, right.
takes it off. You can't even see in there. What are you looking for, sir?
Yeah.
Maybe,
yeah.
I mean, I don't know. I've never heard of something. Maybe he had an iPhone that had a good flashlight and he was trying to look down in there and see if there was any gas. And then he starts walking and he's allegedly hit by a truck or car or something, but he has a hole in his head. We don't know if there were, when they did the autopsy, were there bullets? Did they find a bullet? Anything?
That was at Charleston Amy's. No, that's the thing is, I don't know if there was an entry or exit wound on his head, and maybe that's why at the autopsy, if there was only an entry wound, where would the bullet be? So therefore, it couldn't have been a bullet. Maybe that's why they're coming up with that. But apparently,
that's interesting that Amy's saying he hunts. AAA was an hour and a half away, and it's in the boonies.
Yeah,
so maybe he knows how to change his own tire, and was in his work clothing.
Yeah, but he was also driving he was apparently headed to a different location, but wasn't in the correct route to be going to that location. So, so it's kind of just.
I can't wait to dig into this. I cannot wait to dig into this.
Yeah, everything is so weird in this one because he is literally, something's not adding up here. The whole helicopter that showed up he got life flighted, everybody, with a grazing wound. Yeah.
In the boonies.
And the helicopter got there way before law enforcement did.
Oh, look at that.
I wonder how that happens. Weird stuff.
I'm assuming he has hired help of some sort.
Hey, Lanky Tor, how is it a new rabbit hole for you? I've only been covering it for 3 months now. Okay.
No, maybe she means for me.
Oh.
Because I said that I was going to dig into it. I mean, Lanky's in all of your lives for sure.
Well, she shows up at the end a lot. Like, hey, everybody. She's a really nice person.
Yes, Lanky is great. I see her often in some of the chats. Let me see something. Make sure to look into the features of the model of Alex's car. Features. Wait, it was a run flat tire, which was reportedly slashed. Dun, dun, dun.
Yeah, well, they found the knife, by the way. See, that's the thing. See, here's the thing. So they found the knife that was used. Listen to this. They found the knife that was used to puncture the tire, and it was his knife. How do you like that? The knife was connected to him. All right? So then you go, well, hell.
You're a liar.
Yeah.
See, I have not dug enough. Are you kidding? It was.
Yeah, so they found the knife, and then the knife was associated with him. And where the hell did they find it? Near where the car was found? Oh, and by the way, he had the type of tires that don't go flat when you puncture them. You can still ride on them for a while. Those type of tires.
I think that's why they're saying, yeah, Jason, go look into that. Oh, my God, Alec. Are you kidding me, my friend? Yeah. And I can't wait till they find out who we hired to shoot at him.
My opinion on that, we'll get all through that again later, is that he may have staged the entire thing in another location where he actually literally got a car next to it, shot at his vehicle 8 times, collected some of the shells, drove out there, made a grazing wound on his head, maybe even put a gun like this one at a really sharp angle, and then drives out there, places a few of the shells on the ground, and goes, oh, I've been shot, and then it would look forensically exactly like a car pulled up and shot, because he knows how that's going to go down. He needs the angles of the bullets, so he's going to do that in another location, go out there, and that's what I think we
need merch. Do we have any great pictures of Alex standing up? I think we need merch for this channel that says everybody was kung fu fighting, because he's like dodging bullets and running around, stabbing tires.
I think the funniest part was
everything.
It's really funny when people say, oh, you know what? I think he was trying to kill himself. Really? Wow, he missed himself 8 times. Thanks, Edgar. He was like, whoa, wait, hold on. Oh, God. Yeah, whoa.
He looks like he's a jogger. He probably ran from the bullets fast, really quickly.
Yeah, no, that's not what he was doing. I think what he was doing was trying to take heat off of. Well, this is what I think. That it was since there was a lot of heat on him, he was trying to make it look like an outside source was shooting at him, and that way it's like, oh wow, so maybe he doesn't have something to do with it. But I don't think they're buying it at all. I mean, the knife? You found the actual. You must have done it right there. So he must have he wanted to be able to drive to where the car was, where he was found, right?
Right.
So he drives there, then punctures, then hucks the knife into the woods back there. God, it's just.
I can't. I'm thinking the guy hit a screw in the road, and he stabbed his own tire. Boy, if you don't go sit down somewhere, Alec, they're about to find out all your business, sir.
Yeah.
Yes,
crazy.
they are. They're about to find out all your stuff, mister. Thank you, Nicole. Dodge, dive, dodge. Yeah, this is quite a case. So when do we think we're going to do the next one? I can probably, my daughter works today, but I believe that I can, let's just check and make sure she doesn't work tomorrow.
I don't know, maybe tomorrow or Thursday, maybe? I don't know.
Let's see. She works Monday, Tuesday, Saturday. Hey, so I've got time.
But we need to get together and let's get the whole...
get it together. So Thursday?
Stephen Smith in order. Yeah, we can do Thursday, yeah.
Thursday works for me.
Yeah, we'll get... Because Stephen Smith has a lot of other stuff going on.
Oh, we might have to do it in the afternoon, though, because I've got a work call.
Yeah, but your afternoon's always. What time is that going to be?
My work call is 11 a.m. my time, so 8 a.m. your time.
Oh, so that doesn't help.
And that call will be about 30 minutes.
Yeah, well then let's just do it more like
maybe 1 o'clock.
Yeah, that way I can sleep a little bit.
Yeah, we'll let you sleep a bit, Gray.
I did go to bed early though, so you guys got to be proud of me. I mean, literally an hour and a half earlier than normal.
Yeah, because he knew that we were going to be up early.
Sucked.
I mean, it's 12:24 here and it's 9:24 there, so it's pretty early. So
how do you know?
How does he know my schedule? Because we talk about it constantly. It's like, hey, we're going to do a show. I'm like, no, this, and this is going on. He's like, oh, Jesus.
Well, you got a lot of, because you're taking care of two family members, basically. One can't walk, the other one's still recovering. Scott's still recovering. And, so it's like, you're responsible to do a lot of stuff that you didn't have to do before. So it takes up a lot.
Yeah, before I had I was able to do all kinds of stuff because I would work my job early in the morning and then late at night. And I had most of the day to myself where I could do stuff. And now I'm chasing people around. Thank you, Emily.
Yeah.
Gray'll reach out to chasing people. They'll pencil you in. Yeah, that works. I like that idea.
All right. So are you guys interested in this one? Can we, sort of move off of the Summer Wells thing for a while? You just froze up. But hey, at least it's a nice smile.
Oh, God.
Oh, wait. Now you're back on. You're back on.
Don't let me freeze like that. It's awful.
Well, I don't know how to not let you freeze, but...
I don't know. Just don't. I don't like that.
Well, that's amazing.
Yeah, I mean, I know that people really, really want to hear about summer, but, the policy, sometimes I'll just chit-chat on my own channel about nothing at all. And summer's name will come up. That's fine. But unless there's something happening, there's really not. There are so many things going on in the world right now. There are missing children everywhere. There's 100 things going on, and they deserve just as much attention.
Yeah. And another thing too, everybody, on my channel or her channel, when we're talking about another case, don't bring up Summer Wells. Don't go, hey, any new, you look like an idiot, by the way, when you do it. I know that you're really interested in it, but
I don't think these guys do that.
Yeah, I'm just saying, anybody out there that's watching, there's people watching going, oh, hopefully they mentioned something about summer. Look it.
Yeah.
When there's another case going on, give that case the same respect that you want the other ones.
People to give summer.
And talk about that case. I mean, whenever I do shows right now and people jump in, Gray, now who do you think is the killer in the Delphi case? I go, dude, I haven't talked about the Delphi case the entire show. What made you think that was a good time to ask that question?
Yeah.
Okay, so everybody, when we're doing something else, focus in on that one. If not, go watch something else, all right? Because that's what we're.
Yeah, we've got to. We really do need to be respectful. Thank you, Brandy, honey. Of Summer, of course. And people are very emotional about the case. I understand, but there was a 3-year-old baby yesterday. We don't know where she is. It's heartbreaking. And Gabby, Quinny, I did a video on Gabby just yesterday. And they deserve to be in the spotlight. Channel should be picking it up. We got to push this stuff out there. So
that seemed like a pretty weird.
It's important. Yeah, the Gabby one, it's wild. They go on a cross-country trip in their little van, and they look like the happiest couple. They dated in high school. They got back together. They got engaged. Everything's great. They're grilling, they're using a little grill for their breakfast. He's doing yoga. Life is wonderful.
That's the one we covered. I covered that last night. Yeah, I covered that last night for the last hour and a half. Yeah, it seemed like... and
he comes home and gets an attorney and won't speak to a soul?
At first I was thinking, is this a ploy to boost up the... Because it's weird, there's only one video on this YouTube channel. And just yesterday it got like 2,000 or 3,000...
Oh, there were videos there, and he deleted them. He removed them. He put them on private.
Oh, there were more than just...
Oh, there were videos, yes. They had been chronicling across.
Okay, because I saw
their
clips
Instagrams as well.
I saw clips from it, yeah. Yeah, so that one seems definitely like he's a... why would you do that? I mean, here's the thing is...
Right.
The car that they were all in show up all the way back in Florida with just him. So that means he's aware that where she is. Like, he knows why she's not there, and he's not saying anything. So either if it is a ploy or not, it's a murder, something happened, he knows exactly what happened.
He knows exactly. He won't even talk to her family. He won't talk to anybody. He just came home, got an attorney. People said, "Where's Gabby?" He has nothing to say. This is somebody you've known since you are young teenagers.
Yeah, and apparently
have been engaged to for a year and a half. Are you kidding? Where is she?
The parents wouldn't answer that question if they were engaged or not in that.
They were engaged for sure. It's on their Instagram, and it's on Gabby's Instagram where she says, we've been through this and this, and he asked and I said yes, and you make my life so much better. And they're like eating sushi or something, and it's just really sad. I mean, it's a sad situation. They did a great job doing their van over. They look like happy kids, and
seems so well produced. Like, everything was so perfect. The tense,
pretty perfect.
See, that's the thing in those videos. That's one of the things that was bothering me a little bit, was how absolutely perfect everything looked. The tense, the little guitar laying out so perfectly and everything. That was bothering me a little bit because it was too good. However, at this point, this guy, if it was staged for views, you would come forward now, right? I mean, you would have.
I would hope so.
Yeah.
I mean, it's been long enough. Her mother FaceTimed with her, and then her mother texted with who she believes is her, and then that's it. Now we're on September 14th. Her mother hasn't heard from her for 3 weeks. Where is her child?
Well, I'd like to know where the ping was on the... So that's another one we could be doing too, right?
Yeah.
I mean,
we should be doing that. It's very important. I think that, it needs to be out there. We have
Well, why don't maybe we can sneak one in tomorrow.
We can do that tomorrow.
Just do an hour one on that one. And then Thursday we'll get back onto the Murdaugh.
Yeah, I got a bunch of info on that. I saved it to my hard drive, so...
Okay.
It's just... All right, I'll dig on that more today then, and I'll work tonight instead.
Yeah, cool. And then, obviously, you probably do your little fireside chat about the same stuff later, right?
Yeah, later.
Yeah. Okay, well, send me...
I'll send you everything I got. I'll put it in a Google Drive folder.
Okay, this time I'll know that there's
You've got to go in. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Sounds good. Awesome.
All righty.
Well, just stay on here for a minute after.
Oh, stay. Okay.
You'll stay on, but I'm going to end the show. But thank you to Emily Flotilla, Jen B, Alice Mizuko, Brandy Bradford, Clary, Sarah M, Nicole Wilson, Emily Flotilla, Brandy Bradford, and also there's a couple new members, but I can't see those right now. So
Welcome,
thank you
welcome,
for joining.
members. Thank you, guys.
Yeah, we'll be doing at some point like a members only live stream where you can actually come up and on the screen like right now and be talking and hanging out and stuff like that.
Oh my God, it's gonna be so exciting.
Yeah, it would be kind of fun.
Yes,
I guess for me, anyways.
for you.
Well, I
I'm
don't even
getting
know.
better. I told you I've been practicing patience and also meditating.
That's right. That's right. All right, you guys. So we'll do another on Thursday. On the we'll start off with Stephen Smith.
We will.
Then we'll be doing the. What was that?
Tomorrow we'll do Gabby.
Yeah, Gabby. Something just hit my door. I think a bird just flew into my window. Wow.
That was pretty loud. If that was a bird,
it was like ding. Yeah, it was definitely.
I think Alex Murdaugh heard you talking about him, and you better start dodging bullets now. Sir.
Well, now you can hear my dogs. This is the time where we sign up. But yeah, okay, all right, everybody. Well, thank you for being here. We'll see you guys tomorrow, and probably even the next day. All right.
Thanks, guys.
All right, talk to you guys later, and here we go. Oop, that's not the one. This one.
So mean.
Allegedly.
Oh, and hit that subscribe button. Bye-bye.
Yeah, do that too.